Kyle, thanks for stopping by as always.
What's up, Dougie?
Not much, man. Hey, how weird have the last few days been? I've presumably been a little emotional with friends sick and not around and isolated and quarantined and blah blah blah. Kind of weird.
Yeah, I mean, it's something that we haven't dealt with all year, right? We haven't had to deal with it yet, right? And this is the first time we've had to deal with it. So now it's kind of like we're trying to, figure out how to maneuver and navigate it, right? So it's definitely a little bit difficult, but it's unfortunate it happened, and whatever happens, we just got to make sure that we got to, try to compete a little bit better on the basketball field.
Yeah, to that point, everything seemed to be a little bit out of sync all night. Is that fair? Because guys were in different spot roles,
Yeah, I think.
responsibilities.
Yeah, I think just you know, we guys were just overly anxious to do a lot more and try to pick up the slack of others, right? And that's what happens sometimes. And we didn't play the right way. We started the game off very, very well, but then I think they hit like five straight threes and miscommunications and groups of guys that aren't usually been on the floor together and just it was a tough night. It was a tough night. They made a lot of shots and give them credit. They shot 53% from the field and 48 from three. You ain't gonna win a game like that.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Kyle. Have a safe trip up to Boston.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
We'll go to Mike Ganser.
Hey, Kyle, how you doing?
Well, Mike.
Hey, I know you're not a coach, but between now and tomorrow night, I mean, there's a lot of younger guys on your team who are being asked to do more right now. Do you pull those guys aside and sort of get them straightened out a little bit, or?
I mean, I think it's just a talk to them about, hey, listen, I know you want to do more, but be patient. Just stick with what you do, right? You have your opportunity. When your opportunity comes, then you can take advantage of it. But I think that's just what happened. We just had too many moving parts and guys trying to do a little bit too much, and which I understand, and because we're missing OG, Pascal, Freddie, even our head coach. Everyone's just trying to do a lot, right?
Yeah. I mean, when you see a guy like Watanabe get a start, do nerves play into that too? I mean,
I don't know. You'd have to ask him. Honestly, I don't know. I don't know. You would have to ask him in that situation. Honestly, I don't know. I mean, Utah plays very hard, and I think it just was. I don't know. Like, you have to ask him that question.
Gotcha. All right. Thanks, Kyle.
No problem, Mike.
We'll go to Michael Grange.
Hey, Kyle, thanks for doing this. What have you been kind of doing since, I guess, Wednesday night? What's been your kind of experience? You're the first player we've had a chance to talk to.
Just been working, treadmill, running, getting my runs in, and just kind of staying ready. Still get my body, keep my mind right, keep my wind going. Checking on people, just making sure everyone's feeling okay, and whoever's in the protocols, making sure everyone's okay. With contact tracing, all that stuff. You never know, whatever it is. You just got to make sure you check on everyone just to make sure guys are feeling well.
Were you yourself anxious, like when you see Freddie and Pascal and guys that you were
No,
with?
I mean, I just, in that situation, just hopefully, whatever happens, you just like, hey, if you have it, you have to quarantine, be safe, be smart. Of course, you're anxious just because they're your brothers, right? They're your friends first and foremost, and you want to make sure that they're healthy, and whatever it is, if they're in contact tracing, if they're this, you just want to make sure that you talk to them and say, hey, how you feeling, whatever. Just check on them on an everyday basis and make sure their mind is strong.
Appreciate it, Kyle. Safe travels,
All
man.
right. Thank you.
Thanks, Michael. We'll go to Josh Lundberg.
Hey, Kyle. You touched on how unusual these last few days have been. Obviously, as a player, you guys all have your routines, game day routine, off day routine. How tough is the uncertainty of not really knowing, are we going to play this game today, tomorrow, or are we going to play it at all this week?
It was tough, but we got this one in, and unfortunately we're missing guys, but with the league, the schedule working out the right way, we were able to get this game in, and we were able to get the next game in, and it's fortunate that we're very fortunate that as of right now we only have to make up one game, right? That's very fortunate for us, and it was just hey, we had a couple days off, we Russ come into play, and guys were able to go to the gym and shoot individually by themselves, but still not the same as playing. You lose a little rhythm a little quicker.
I know it's not your decision. It's not the team's decision to make in terms of when the games are played. But given the circumstances, were you surprised that these games were able to be played this week?
No, I mean that's the business of our basketball, of our league, right? We had guys that were testing negative, and that were not in contact tracing. So we, as a league, it's our business, right? To health and safety is first and foremost, and the league has done a good job, and we continue to just learn about the virus and learn about what we can do and how we stay safe, and that's our business. We go out there and do our job, and that was that.
Thanks, Kyle. Stay well, man, and safe travels.
Thank you.
Thanks, Josh. Last one for you, Kyle, goes to Aaron Rose.
Hey, Kyle. On nights like this, how do you balance being a guy who sort of needs to score versus playmaking and making sure everyone else gets involved?
I mean, it's tough. I really could have shot a lot more. Right? I shot 11 times, but I wanted to play the right way just to try to keep everybody involved and keep everybody going. And I take a little bit of heat on myself because I should have shot more. I should have been more aggressive. But granted, those guys were playing defense and they were helping, and I made some plays and got some guys some looks, but it's very difficult to just go out there and want to shoot every time and try to. But I should have shot more. I should have been more aggressive. But unfortunately, I wasn't. And it's a tough balance. But in this situation, I should have shot more, but I didn't.